Yo guys, it's me Beats, and today welcome back to another platinum trophy. Today I have for you is Sifu, and it was fun but a challenge. Anyways, let's get into this. So starting off the prologue, we begin with a character called Yang, and we attempt to infiltrate our sensei's dojo. We begin with a little tutorial to get used to all the combat in this game, which took me a while to get used to, in fact. After we finish our tutorial, we go up against our sensei Master Sifu, to which he calls us a mistake, strikes this badass pose, and then proceeds to throw me through a door. I get up like I didn't just have my ass handed to me and proceed to then beat my Sifu. Once I beat the sensei, I got to claim my prize until my spider sense kicks in and we get our first trophy, the old Grandmaster.
Show yourself.
I then choose my gender and this boy comes out of the cupboard. Yang then simply squats down, simply gives a nod to one of the ninjas, and then bro starts walking down this 12-year-old kid with a goddamn machete, and this kid just takes it. Like, personally, I would have ran, but each their own, I guess. We then pan onto this kid and see a light from his hand, to which it's revealed the kid's alive, and it's due to a talisman we was holding. The kid then gets up, checks his neck, makes sure there's no cuts, bleeds or wounds, and then looks over to see his dead dad on the floor. The kid then becomes rageful and then seeks out to enact a revenge plan on Yang. So we start off the main game in the squats, as the boy is much older now and much more trained. And as we progress, we get our next trophy, Life is Your Teacher, for unlocking our first skill. Next we find our first shrine and get Qui-Gon Essence for getting the lowest aged upgrade. Then we go through to the hangar to these people and get lightning hands for performing 3 takedowns within 12 seconds. We then move on to our first boss fight, Farjar, which annoyed me as I got a glitch on my first run, but it wasn't all bad as I accidentally got the photo trophy anyway.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
After going through the level again, we got back to the first boss fight and beat him for the assault trophy.
I've spent 8 years preparing for this.
We then moved on to the second level, and by this point I was already old and slow, dying plenty of times. We got our trophy Old Child for reaching the last age before having to restart while I was in the skill tree I did permanently unlock a skill to give us state of constant learning as well. As I got to these two brutes, I picked up a bottle, looked at my age and my health, and I thought to myself,
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
to which I was right, and so I restarted.
Emotional, damn it!
I changed the difficulty to student and used the vampire modifier so that I could at least complete the game, and then went through the first level again. During that run I got stunt master. Then I got Dance of the Praying Mantis. Next I got Rumble and Hanger for beating the main group in 1 minute 20 seconds. Moving on, I beat these three to get the 10k score trophy, I Know Kung Fu. And then we got Qui-Gon Breath for the highest score upgrade. Back to the second level now. I drop into this pit and beat the brute first to get the Pit Protector achievement. I then continued on to the fighter boss fight to get the Hateful Pole Fighter trophy. Into the third level now, we get access to blades, to which I thought it was a good opportunity to get sword stained with blood for using a charged blade attack. After I get to the second floor, I throw this guy off a ledge for Be Like Water My Friend. Then we get street fighting for using all environmental weapons, i.e. light bulbs, chairs, the lot. Moving on, we look at a weird creepy mask and get Path of the Prospect trophy. We get to the artist boss, and this one gave me a bit of a challenge as she was more ranged than close combat, so it was difficult to hit her. But we beat her and get a lady's blood in the snow.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
Moving on into our fourth level, we get our last shrine trophy, Qui-Gon Mind, for the highest XP upgrade. And then we decide to break both ankles to get the Take Damage to Save Time trophy. Next we get onto the CEO boss fight. Again, same thing with the artist, she's more ranged, but we do take her out no problem to get Lady Wing Chun. Moving on to our final level, we go straight through the sanctuary and get to the leader boss fight, Yang. Now, Yang, I don't know what the developers were making when they made this boss fight, but this guy had hands like Grant Gustin in a Flash costume. I mean, I died 6 times, almost 7, before my guy kicked me through an imaginary door, to which that kick woke me up like my girl does when I'm late for work. I mean, I locked in and managed to defeat Yang with a sliver of health. I then pulled out my 1-inch punch that Yang killed Sifu with, and I exacted my vengeance, earning Furious Fists, Scareless, and Prodigal Child. So at the end of my first playthrough, I had only a few collectibles to get, so I started with that side of the cleanup phase. First up, Detective Story for all collectibles in the squats. Next was Drunken Fighter for all collectibles in the club.
Agility, dexterity, endurance.
Then we get Knowledge Greed for all collectibles in the tower. And finally, Martial Artist for all collectibles in the museum. We then had some miscellaneous trophies to get, which included Kill Bill for beating a boss without dying.
I have spent 8 long years preparing for this.
We then got Master of the Phoenix Eye Fist for using all focus moves at least once. Then in the Sanctuary we get Warriors from the Mountain for throwing this guy off of this ledge. After that we got Kung Fu Tussle for hitting 3 enemies with 1 move. And then we got the 36th Chamber of Kung Fu for all takedowns achieved. Now I struggled with this, but then I realised I needed this takedown here. If you're struggling, please try use this move in the museum. I then used some cheats to get the 20k score trophy, as I was on student difficulty and wasn't earning enough points, so I went round just using unlimited takedowns on the club level. We then move on to our final part of this trophy run, spare all the bosses.
Ah, here we go again.
Yes, not only did we have to beat the bosses, but we now have to stagger them twice and spare them. The first we get is Mukhyang Master for sparing Fajar and getting the Wood Talisman. We then move on to the second level and we spare Sean to get the Tiger on Fire for obtaining the Fire Talisman. We then get Source of Flying Daggers for sparing Karuki and getting the Water Talisman. After that we spare Jing Feng to get Iron Money for obtaining the Metal Talisman. And then finally we go up against Yang again, which this time he has 3 phases, and if I thought that he had Grant Gust in hands in the first fight, this third phase I had to legit spam the parry button to even attempt to keep his stagger level high. Once I staggered him enough, I spared Yang, and in all my efforts end up dead myself, earning myself healing memory for all collectibles on Sanctuary. Then soon after, legendary Talisman of Waxing for obtaining the Earth Talisman. And then finally we get our shiny Platinum, Fist of the Immortal. I then take one last look out to the cliffs and take a deep breath, knowing I beat Sifu's Platinum. Anyways guys, thank you all for watching. That was Sifu's Platinum. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out and helps me grow this YouTube channel. And without further ado, I'll see you all in the next one.